What if I told you the key to a better behaved dog wasn't about stricter commands or being the alpha? What if it was about unlocking their hidden intelligence? Today, we're going to explore a training method that promises to do just that, to transform your dog by tapping into the brilliant brain they already have. So, let me ask you something, and I'm guessing this might hit pretty close to home for a lot of you dog owners out there. You love your dog, of course, but do you ever have those moments of just pure frustration where you feel like you've completely lost control? You know what I'm talking about, right? The nonstop barking every single time the doorbell rings. Or coming home to find, yep, another chewed up shoe. Or maybe it's that constant pulling on the leash during what's supposed to be a nice, relaxing walk. These are the kinds of things that can really strain the relationship we have with our best friends. Yeah, it's a super common experience, and there's actually a name for it, the frustrated dog owner. This is that feeling of being completely stuck, like you're trying everything and you're still not seeing the results you want with your dog's behavior. So, why do so many training programs just fall flat? Well, according to our source material, it's because most of them are just offering cookie cutter solutions. They might put a temporary band-aid on a behavior, but they don't dig deeper to address the root cause, which a lot of the time is just plain boredom or a lack of mental stimulation. And look, this failure isn't just a bit of bad luck. It's actually baked right into a lot of the old training methods themselves. Let's dig into why they so often miss the mark. The problem really comes down to a clash of philosophies. On one hand, you've got these outdated methods that often rely on things like force, dominance, and these one-size-fits-all techniques that, well, research shows they just don't work long-term. But on the other hand, there's a totally new approach, one that's gentle, backed by science, and designed to get to the real root of the problem. And this right here, this brings us to the core idea of this whole method. The solution isn't more force or trying to be dominant. It's about a complete shift in focus. It's about tapping into your dog's natural, hidden intelligence to solve bad behavior from the inside out. This pivot takes us right into our next section, unlocking your dog's brain. This is where we get into the really cool science behind the whole strategy. Okay, so at the heart of all this is a scientific concept called neuroplasticity. Now, don't let the word scare you. It's a well-researched idea, studied at places like Harvard, that a brain isn't fixed. The source material puts it perfectly. A dog's brain is like soft plastic. It can be molded and shaped to learn new habits and behaviors at any age. And this leads to a really simple, but honestly, a powerful idea. By mentally stimulating a dog, you make them more intelligent. And a more intelligent dog, one whose mind is active and engaged, is naturally a better behaved and more obedient dog. Those problem behaviors often just kind of melt away. So how does this actually work in practice? Like, what do you do? Well, the training is structured just like a school curriculum, and it's designed to take your dog on a journey from preschool to genius. The entire program is this step-by-step journey, all broken down into modules. Your dog kicks things off in preschool to build a solid foundation, then progresses through elementary and high school, all the way up to graduation and even the final Einstein level. Each stage is designed to build on the last one. And here's the best part. Instead of boring drills, the training is all based on fun, engaging games. For example, there's the treasure hunt game, which taps into their natural instinct to search for things, giving them a job and tiring them out mentally. There's also the muffin game for problem solving. And, get this, even a tidy up game where your dog learns to put away their own toys. It's all about making learning a rewarding challenge. But okay, let's get real. The big question is, does all this fun and brain work actually work? Does it get results? Let's take a look at what the program says this smarter approach can deliver. All right, so according to the program, owners report 3 main benefits. First, a dramatic improvement in obedience. Second, a huge reduction in those problem behaviors like barking and chewing. And third, and maybe this is the most important one, a much stronger, deeper bond between the owner and their dog. And hey, this isn't just anecdotal. Professional endorsements back it up, like this quote from Dr. Jay Coates, a veterinary advisor. She points out that boredom and anxiety are often the real source of bad behavior, and that this type of brain training is the perfect solution. And then you've got this perspective from an owner, Rosemary, who says her dogs are now more excited to learn. Her key takeaway is just so powerful. It's about getting them thinking. That really sums up the whole philosophy perfectly, doesn't it? So we'll end on this final thought. After exploring this approach, the ultimate question it leaves us with isn't just about stopping bad behavior. It's about unlocking potential. So, what hidden intelligence is waiting inside your dog?